Hi and welcome. My name is Stefania Moore and I'm the large lot specialist with the Thomas Group and Real Broker, your Las Vegas and Henderson realtors. Today I want to explore a topic that has seen some recent increase in popularity. Family compounds were a common form of living arrangement throughout human history, and it looks like they're making a bit of a comeback. Historically, in many cultures throughout the world, multi-generational living was the norm rather than the exception. Family compounds, which consists of either multiple dwellings on a large lot or even a single large dwelling on a lot, were very common in agrarian societies. This arrangement allowed families to pool resources, share domestic responsibilities, and care for aging family members. Given the benefits of family compounds in our current economy, it's not hard to imagine why family compounds are making such a popular comeback. Investing in a family compound is a significant decision that requires a lot of thoughtful consideration. So in this video, I want to go over all the ins and outs of creating a successful family compound. Before you begin the process of looking for the right property, you're going to want to make a lot of financial decisions. The first thing to look at is how to purchase a family compound. Now, you can purchase the compound using all of the adults that are going to be living in the property, or you can designate a few of the adults to be the designated buyers of the property, and you can base this on factors like credit score, employment history, and debt-to-income ratio. The next thing you're going to want to consider are any costs that are associated with the property after you've already purchased. So when you initially purchase a home, you're going to have other costs like maintenance, renovations, and property taxes. And that's no different with a family compound, except it's going to be a little bit more complicated because now you're going to be dividing the costs among different families. So you're going to want to discuss with them how to cover the costs of landscape, how to cover the costs of repairs, how to cover the costs of property taxes, and you'll also want to talk to them about the costs of investment. So if any part of the property is going to be used as an investment, you're going to want to talk about the costs associated with that, as well as how to divvy up the income. Property management is an important aspect of running a smooth family compound. So you're going to want to consider things like who is going to be responsible for managing the property, who are going to be the decision makers, and how do you resolve disagreements among family members when it comes to the property and what to do with the property if you should ever decide to sell it or rent it or turn it into an investment property. Family compounds offer a unique opportunity for investments. So you can do things like board animals, you can provide storage, or you can do short-term rentals. There are many ways to take title of a property, but I'm just going to go over the two main ways. So one is joint tenancy. Joint tenancy is extremely common among married couples. This is because when you take title as joint tenants, the ownership rights of one owner automatically roll over to the other owner when one owner passes away, and there is no need for probate when you do it this way. However, it's important to remember that when you take title as joint tenants, that means that each owner has the exact same level of interest in the property as everyone else. The next way to take title is through tenants in common. Tenants in common is mostly popular with people that are not related taking ownership of a property. This is because when you take ownership of a property through tenancy in common, that means your interest in the property doesn't automatically roll over to the other owner. If you were to pass away, your interest in the property can be passed down to your heirs or other beneficiaries. Also, when you take ownership of a property through tenants in common, not everyone has to have the same level of interest in the property. So for example, one owner can have 75% of the interest in a property while the other person only has 25% of the interest in the property. Perhaps one of the most important things about family compounds is family dynamics. So before you go and purchase a family compound, it's really important to consider things like privacy and communal spaces and coming up with rules on those things, which can save you a lot of headache down the line. When you're getting ready to purchase a family compound, there are a lot of different ways to go about it. One of the first things that you can look for is a large estate that is already set up for multi-generational living. The other alternative is to purchase a large lot where you can build your own homes. Now, this can involve getting building permits, which can take from several weeks to several months. Now, it's important to remember that here in Las Vegas, about 80% of the residential properties are part of a common interest community, which can make it very difficult to build additional buildings to a property. So another alternative for having a family compound is to simply purchase multiple homes within the same community. Or you can consider purchasing a next-gen build. So a lot of new builders are making these next-generation homes, including builders like Lennar. Now, before you fall in love with a property, one of the most important things to look at is zoning. So just remember that when you're in a single-family zoning area, they only allow for one dwelling, which means you cannot have multiple functioning properties within that same lot. So it's really important to communicate with your real estate agent and ensure that any property that you're looking to purchase will allow for multiple dwellings. All right, guys, I know that was a ton of information, but if you're interested in learning more about family compounds, or you have questions on purchasing or selling a large lot, you can contact me at the number below. I am extension 5, or you can set up a consultation with me through the Thomas Group website at thethomasgrouplv.com.